Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to today's pre-market analysis. So we are running a bit late now. So we have a technical glitch in between. So we'll start. So once again, good morning all. So yesterday, if we look into Nifty, so we had multiple opportunities near Nifty. So on 5 minutes time frame, if we see with respect to our pivot line, we didn't had an entry over here, but it came reach up to our resistance one. So if you see here, it gave a proper breakout, and after that it gave a bearish engulfing candle. To be precise, if you see here, you can clearly see that after this on that particular uptrend at near to our resistance, it gave a bearish engulfing candle and confirming it with a retest candle, and again it breakout. So we had a plausible entry over at this particular on the put side, if you see, and keeping the SL at the high of this particular low. So we first target could have been kept at this first swing low of the day, and the second target to our pivot line on the pivot line. So we got it nearly 1:3 yesterday on this particular trade, and again another opportunity arose over here. If you see on this part, we could have taken. So if we were on this put side call, definitely another opportunity also came up to on this level. And if this properly gave a breakout, but a little bit consolidation over here, some might can take an entry over here to the upside, but it could have been linked to a SL hit over our swing low. On this particular low, we could have got an SL. But again, a P side opportunity also happened over here with this as a high. So two put side opportunities were available yesterday. So this is from yesterday's data. So we will collectively lead to the today's analysis. So with respect to the pivot line, one second. I hope my audio and everything is properly visible to okay. I had a technical glitch in the initial starting time, so I was kind of occupied with that. So similarly in Bank Nifty also we had this opportunity yesterday. We'll have a quick look at that and we'll come back to this. So yesterday Bank Nifty also mirrored our movements regarding our Nifty. So if you see on Bank Nifty side also, it almost reached our tested our resistance one. But if you see an entry opportunity over here, it never tested our pivot line, but we could have traded. So we could have taken another put side with respect to this, similar to the Nifty setups only. We could have kept this as our first target. So this above this particular point, we could have kept our SL also. So you can properly trail up to this pivot level. You could have got a nice point from this particular point. If you see in Nifty, we kept our first target on the first swing low. So almost 1:2, we can try it out. 1:2 in this way from here. This was on the opportunities we had on Bank Nifty. On Sensex part, if we see, so in similar to in Sensex also similarly the it exactly mirror the movement of Nifty as well. But if you see on here, we got an entry chance at the initial stage, but it never tested. See on the 5 minute chart, if you see, it tested our pivot line level, but we couldn't get a chance over at this particular point. Same similar to the Nifty, we could have traded a reversal trade over from this particular point, a bearish reversal. So if you see, you could have clearly got a target, the first target to up to our this pivot line level, and again to our second support one level also been tested. So these are the three indices with respect to yesterday's opportunities. So today we will move on to our Nifty's levels. So with respect to today's level, pivot point of Nifty lies at 25,815. It is, we will mark it as 20. It was 30 yesterday. 25,000. We mark it as 810 only. 810. It is 13 exactly to be precise. So, and with respect to this, if we see the support part, 25,680. 25,680 is where support 1 lies, and support 2 lies at 25,600, and support 3 at 25,470. So we will get our pre-market data as well soon as well. So we almost got its opening flat. So we'll mark the levels quickly and we'll discuss our trading plans with respect to that. So resistance part, if we see, the resistance one is at 25,890. So we'll mark it as 900 only. 25,900 we will mark at resistance, and resistance 2 is at 26,030. This is where the second resistance comes, and resistance 3 is at 26,110. 110 view. So these are the three levels with respect to Bank Nifty for today. So we will mark these levels here. So first resistance is the pivot line lies at 25,010. We will mark it at 10. So resistance 1 is at 25,900. So yesterday it was 930, today it is 900. So the support 1, so this is support 3, so we will mark it here. So the bullish zones lies between the R1 and R2, R2 and R3, 2630, between 2630 and 26,110. This is where bullish zone comes, and on the consolidation side, if we see, so what exactly these ranges mean is that whenever this crosses above this particular level and reaches here, then we can consider it as a bullish trend reversal. That's what exactly I mean. But whatever trades comes in between, we can take it. This consolidation never mean that it will only consolidate between this level and bullish level started. This is a trend indicator where we understand it as when it reaches this particular level, in continuation of that bullish trend will be continuing from this particular level. This is what exactly it meant. So you mark in consolidation level, it comes between first resistance and 25,900 and first support 25,680. So this is where the consolidation level comes. So, and with respect to the bear part, if we see 25,680, the first resistance, no, first support and second support 25,600 we will mark second support. So this is where the bear signals in. So every day we are witnessing that it is testing our support one as for the red zone definitely. So we consider it as say bearish sentiments in the market. 25,470 we will mark the third resistance as well. So we'll remove this. The paste levels have been changed already. So you can see that it is clearly trading below our pivot line 25,810. So any movement below, any sustainable movement below this can lead to our support one. Support one starts at here, so you can plan a bear trade over here. So if it is retesting this particular pivot level, it is better we could have taken an entry over this level. So on the bull side, if we see any movement above this, if the market is retesting this level and it is sustaining or closing above this level, then definitely you can plan your trade to this particular resistance one with like I say 1:2 risk reward ratio. So this is regarding Nifty with respect to the pivot line level. So we will move on to the Bank Nifty and we will mark the levels in Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty is also opening flat. So we'll quickly mark Bank Nifty's level. So Bank Nifty's pivot line 59,185 it is. So we'll mark it 90 only. So pivot line 59,000, 85 it is. So support with respect to that support, if we mark support 1 lies at 58,730 and support 2 lies at 58,500 and support 3 lies at 58,150. 58,150 is where the support 3 lies at, and resistance 1 is at 59,320. 59,320 is where first resistance comes, and resistance 2 is at 59,670 we can mark. So resistance 3 comes at 59,900. 59,900. So these are the levels with respect to Bank Nifty. I will quickly mark these levels and we will understand how we could have pull out a trade from this. So 59,090 we will mark as today's pivot line, and first resistance starts at 59,320 and the support 1 is at 58,730. So you can so it is like similar to Nifty, it is also trading below. So only a movement above this and sustain the market sustaining above this pivot level, then we can consider as a bull trade, and you should validate that movement with respect to the volume. So similar to yesterday, it consolidated up to a resistance 1 and it reversed it back. So you can expect that similar scenario over here as well. So you should consider the volume to validate your movement. So we'll quickly move on to the Sensex part now. So with respect to Sensex, the pivot lies at 84,580. We will mark it down. Pivot point lies at 84,580. It is 74 to be precise, but we will mark it as 80 only. So with respect to that, support 1 lies at 84,130 and support 2 lies at 83,870 and support 3 lies at 83,430 or 20 it is, so we will mark it as 30 only. So resistance with respect to that lies at 84,840. 840 is the first resistance for Sensex, and resistance 2 is at 85,290. 280 only we will mark. So resistance 3 is at 85,550. So these are the three levels with respect to Sensex. We will quickly mark the pivot point 84,580 and resistance also we will mark which is at 84,840. So a couple of points below to yesterday's level, and support starts at 84,130. So similarly, like Nifty, this is also by trading below this. So any movement above this can, with a proper validation in the volume side, you can plan a trade according to the bull side. As long as it is below this level, and if you get a retest chance over this level, then you can pull out a trade to the put side from this particular point, keeping the this resistance level as your SL, or anyway halfway around this way, whichever way you get a proper 1:2 risk reward ratio with respect to our support one. So you can plan accordingly. So we'll have a quick look at Nifty again. So the market already opened. So it started falling from the start. So if it is testing back over this particular level, we can plan an entry over this from this pivot line level. So as long as it is over in the midway, even we have a liquidity zone over here on 15-minute time frame. This is a 15-minute time frame liquidity zone. We cannot consider this right now. So either we can plan a trade from this when it gives a pullback to this level, then we can plan a trade to the downside, or if it is sustaining above, we can plan a trade to the above resistance. For the resistance one, we can plan a trade. We have a quick look at FIA data, sensible yesterday's. This is yesterday's data. If you see, it is net bullish only. We will see how the outcome comes, and we will data over the cash market as well. So yesterday, on 10th December, if we see that nearly the similar trend continued by FIA, toning of nearly 1,700 crores from the cash market. And apart from the similar trends, DIA added a little bit higher, so nearly over 3,500 CR to the cash market. So we'll change this to 5-minute. So when this 15-minute range comes, we can plan a breakout trade also if it is not touching this level. When the 15-minute candle, I repeat, this is I changed it to 15-minute, we can mark the high of this particular level and the low of this particular. This is 5 minutes. Let the 15-minute complete, and after that, any breakdown below this level, you can validate it with volume. You can take an entry over here up to our first S1 and leading to the S2. Any this is 15-minute range. This is just 3 minute from the market start. Wait for that first 15 minute. When this range breakout, we can take up an entry with respect to simple price actions volume analysis. If it is breaking above this level, then you can plan a trade to the upper side, and if it is breaking below this level, you can plan a trade to the put side, keeping these levels as the trailing and partial booking levels. So as of now, it is on a bear side. We will wait for this first 15 minutes level to happen, or else if it is giving a movement up to this level and bouncing back or reversing back, then you can plan from this level. And if it is breaking above this, wait for that pullback to happen, or else like similar to yesterday, if you see that it went up to this level, so it was almost our resistance was at 930 here. It went a little bit higher and it again came back. So you can expect a similar trend over here. So any breakout about this on a bull side, if you see, or properly validate it with your volume and wait for that pullback to happen to take an entry onto the bull side. So that's it for today. So I'll wind up. I wish everyone a good trading day. I will check on. Okay. So I wish everyone a good trading day, and thank you. Thank you so much.